Hmm. All right, cool. I'm back. I'm back. So how's it going, guys? I'm back. All right, cool. So I got a couple more pages. All right. So when the Babylonians observed the passage of the heavenly bodies across the firmament many thousands of years ago and believed that they had discovered the secrets of their effects in human beings, this also marked the dawning age in which gemstones were seen as bringers and guarantees of health and happiness. This their unusual colors and their scarcity certainly caused magical powers were attributed to gemstones in various independent cultures as humanity emerged. Lapis is this blue, and there's the enlightenment of science has stripped gemstones some fields of mystery. However, many things related to the jewels from the depths of the earth have remained as flummoxing as ever. This has lent them additional fascination and value as jewelry stones until the present day. Even modern science is attempting to mystery. Jade, biophysical, physiological, and parapsychological research no longer excludes the possibility that gemstones may take their effect on people and their bodies and souls, but myths are characterized by the fact that they can never be completely debunked or unraveled. So, like many other mysteries in our lives, what remains is a belief in positive characteristics. Perhaps gemstones are among those things that trigger a force in human consciousness. That would be a pretty potent healing force. That's a ruby. So these are very powerful stones that they're showing. Revered personalities from bygone centuries, such as Theophrastus, 370 to 287 BC, and Plinius, 23 to 79 AD, describe the healing effects of gemstones. For example, in ancient Oriental culture, the Chaldeans hmm, believed gemstones were living beings grown on the inside of the earth, integrated in an image of a god or an animal. They became magic stones. So the Chaldeans in the show Fate Grand Order on Netflix, the Chaldeans were these white shamans from mythological Hebrew times, or not mythological, from ancient times, from the ancient war of good versus light. And in that show, it talks about recreate the recreation of souls over centuries coming to fight this war. And it's interesting that the Chaldeans are appearing in an Earth Ancient episodes with Cliff Dunning and Bruce Fenton. They talk a lot about the Chaldeans. And once again, I hear more about the Chaldeans knowing some very high level stuff. And okay, star sapphire. The Egyptians believed that the earth rests on a lapis lazuli, which lends the heavens their blue color every day. What? The Egyptians believed that the earth rests on a giant stone which lends the heavens their blue color every day. Therefore, the stone was seen by the pharaohs and the Scarabaeans as a guarantor of immortality. People in India were convinced that the divine powers match seven cosmic rays that are manifest in the rainbow. They are considered the gemstones with their corresponding colors to have powers to condensate these forces that could be used in a targeted manner in order to heal symptoms that cause certain illnesses. In addition to obsidian, jade played a very significant role among the Aztecs in Mexico. It was attributed to the rain god Laoli, who held dominion over life and death and over fruitfulness and drought. The stone was given its name by the Spanish invaders due to its form. They believed that it could heal kidney stones and named it Piedras de Ayaras. Pardon my Spanish. I'm Mexican, but I don't know Spanish. I'm working on it, okay? China also developed a veritable jade culture. The mineral embodies the purity and immortality, which was even And more important for the Chinese, this perception has an unbroken tradition in China until the present day. Wang Jingyi, for example, produces very special braziers. Their special trick, the specially developed active breathing material, includes small magnets and button-sized jade stones sewed into the material. They are intended to get the body's own energy pulsating. The Chinese are enraptured in belief that their underclothing is an effective remedy against circulatory disorders, menstrual complaints, and impotency. Aquamarine. Ancient European culture strengthens in human bodies. If a man and woman wears a stone that suits them due to the planet to which they are attributed, the stones bundles its energy like a lens and releases positive forces. The superstition says that precisely the opposite if the wrong stone is worn. Yes, because we're all electrical currents. If you have the opposite electrical current, which your body is vibrating as far as in the directions or emotion, then yeah, you will be thrown off because your body wants to go this way and that stone is that way. Aquamarine. In battle, Crusaders wore a ruby, a stone of passion, in order to harness good fortune. Whoever absorbs the fiery red of this stone will mostly certainly believe the passionate feelings it conjures up. People in medieval times were in no doubt whatsoever that the powers of jewel stones are manifest in their form and color. Sapphire from Thailand. Sapphires are seen as an effective mean of protecting against haste, as their mild blue glow had pacifying effects. Even today, blue is seen as a peaceful color. According to legend, sapphires can also cast out inner heat and tormenting sweat. Belief in the coolness of blue is most certainly a contributing factor here as well. Conversely, emeralds were seen as the means of thwarting fear. They were reputed to protect against evil eye and illnesses. The color green is the key to perception. Nowadays, doctors and dentists waiting rooms are frequently painted in peaceful color green. Green is pleasant to the eye. According to vision aids, in the Middle Ages were made of stones in the beryl group, which is what the emerald group belongs with. The German word for spectacles, Brill, is derived from this. That's turquoise. Deep blue color if they are worn by someone who is faithful in love. So the idea of stones changing colors based on your emotions isn't a myth. Like that's based on some real life stuff, which I imagine would just change the electricity in the stone. Like if your electricity is off, then you're gonna fracture the stone's beautiful essence and electricity. It's geometric. Anyways, it's like its own divine held held geometric pattern of love. Like every snowflake falls differently because that's its geometrical rhythm. For example, it sharpens wisdom and love and protects its owner against envy and illness, including digestive illnesses. Turquoise is said to have almost unfathomable powers. Its changing color is said to warn against upcoming illness. Interestingly, the change in color is due to the porous nature of the stone. Accordingly, substances such as grease or acids from the skin can easily penetrate from the outside and change the color. Blue topaz, right there. Astonishing characteristics are attributed to the aforementioned rubies. There are reports that the ruby ring by Peter the Great gave him mystifying and mysterious powers. People believe that a ruby will darken when the person wearing it is in danger. Hmm. So that's so that's two different stuff. When you're going through something, if something's coming up, if you're in danger, then the stones will change to tell you that's crazy. Or if you're in love or something, reversibly, I'm guessing. Aquamarine has been seen as a lover's stone and amulet for happy marriages since the dawn of time. It is therefore seen as a fitting wedding present. The colored like seawater, as the name translates, is reputed to transform hot headed people into mild and meek compatriots. It is also useful to protect against throat, tooth, or jaw diseases. Fancy diamonds. Topaz is good for people seeking career advancement. Particularly valuable stones are clear colors and entirely transparent. They are said to calm the nerves and to lend the power of logical thought. They also can be effective protective shield against envy, and disfavor. The blood red garnet was used as a magic power to protect against all kinds of inflammatory illnesses during the Middle Ages. It is also seen as a talisman to ward off faintness of heart or melancholy. Some women were completely enamored with the stone. It is reputed to help widows find a second husband. Doctors used to draw onyx to heal inflamed eyes and also spread it in a powder form on it to a pus-filled wounds. People also believed that it strengthened hearing vision. In ancient China, onyx was revered so high that it was seen as the only stone worthy to carry the emperor's private seal. All other subjects were forbidden from using the stone on pain of death. Bishops wear amethyst in their rings as a symbol of purity in the soul. They may also prefer it reputed to dampen sensual lust. Insight in modern medicine indicates that amethyst has a calming effect. There are reports that if it is stroked gently against the forehead in the case of acute neuralgia or similar nervous complaints, the symptoms will improve. Egyptians attributed coral to the goddess Isis. Romans believe it came from Venus. From ancient times, women have worn coral amulets in order to protect against misfortune and infertility. Coral amulets protect pregnant women and children in particular. Opal was always synonymous with faithfulness and hope. The only place where the stone did not have quite such a positive reputation was in countries where r- Romanic languages were spoken. This was certainly due to the fact that the stone is relatively brittle and can shatter if there are sudden temperature changes or sharp impacts. Even ancient Greeks knew that diamonds, which they named Adamus after Adam, the first man, was called the invincible, are the most powerful of all gemstones in the fight against evil. People wearing diamonds appeared more difficult to vanquish. In addition, this sparkling jack of all trades protects against fear, wile, lies, deceit, rage, drunkenness, and madness. They can also help protect women and their partner's attraction and lend a man more modest demeanor. Pearls are the perfect symbols of purity, innocence, and love. The Chinese imbibed crushed pearls when they were lovesick. People should not be frightened away from owning pearls by the occasional reoccurrence of the claim that the maritime jewels symbolizes tears. Napoleon once interpreted the sentence as follows: "They most certainly do, madam, at least for those women who do not possess any." Even the Christian church uses stones in order to ward off pagan magic. For example, the emerald was made the stone of the Holy Spirit as it illuminates people according to Christian faith. The amethyst became the symbol for the Holy Mass and was often used as a sparkling solitary stone on glass goblets. The latest variation in our times is the highly vaulted thesis, according to certain scientists, that ground gemstones enhance the effect of lotions and creams. Gemstones have been used for a long time in eyeshadow, makeup, and powder as little tricks. Microfine ground particles of turquoise, and opal ensure that small unevenness is less visible due to the reflection of light. The skin appears smoother and even more than it actually is. Tourmaline and malachite are said to protect the outermost layer of the skin against the penetration of bacteria and also to speed up the production of collagen and elastin fibers. Gemstones have also used in tradition of dermatology as anti-inflammatory anti-inflammatory effects, and it is a perfect carrier medium for active medical agents. This is at least the opinion of the dermatologist Dr. Hans Peter Stropri from Munich. Cosmetics firms tend to explain the effects of interaction of color, light, and oscillation that can develop its positive effects in cosmetic products. Also, when ground to form tiny particles, for example, diamonds are perfect for extremely gentle exfoliation, says Dr. George Kloka. He claims that the structure of the skin is improved, the blood circulation is better, and that small pigment stains and tiny wrinkles have disappeared after microexfoliation with diamond copper, found, for example, in green malachite. It is important in numerous metabolic processes that are important for appearance. The cosmetics industry also hopes to keep skin looking young using pearl extracts. In addition to important amino acids, pearls contain mineral substances that are seen as significant building blocks for the skin. Fine pearl dust is said to speed up the body's own production of collagen, which provides cushioning from the inside of wrinkles. Is it all just a delusion? After all, science is familiar with the effects of placebo but whatever it is, the attraction of becoming acquainted with the discovering age old and often for long practices is what the experts pull. And all right, so I've taken colloidal gold and colloidal silver and that type of stuff, and I would say my body definitely vibrates at a higher electrical rate. Like I just think better, clearer, smarter, faster. I could feel my brain have like super juice. It's very interesting, like to understand that you can drink our substances of metals and crystals and use them on our skin and actually supercharge our body and through natural means. I I believe I have one more. He has so oh, that way you Hmm. Okay, I'm back. All right, dude, I want to finish this up before Russia takes out all of us. Sweet. Okay, cool. Hello, hello. Now, this is just a brief run through on a few others. Uh, I guess, or I guess scrying is a type of psychic power that is related in many ways to divination. Scrying is a technique in which psychics look into an appropriate medium to receive a message or vision. In popular culture, the most popular term is crystal gazing, often depicted mediums gazing into crystal ball in order to read the future. However, scrying doesn't always have to deal with the crystal or glass object. All right, man. So that's it. It's a wrap here. You guys have a wonderful night. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends. I know it's a bit choppy, but when you be patient, you'll see what I'm really trying to do with all of this.